Who are you?
Ghostface Killah, Wu-Tang Clan.
Ghostface, welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Ghostface, you have a song called Apollo Kids.
Yes, I do. It's an album.
And in it, you sample Solomon Burke.
Solomon, what song was that one?
Apollo Kids has actually got a sample of Solomon Burke in it.
Right. All right, hold on. I got an album called Apollo Kids, and I have a song on Supreme Clientele called Apollo Kids.
The song.
The song.
The song.
All right, so that's on Supreme Clientele.
Yes, and I thought, wow, you must dig Solomon Burke, so I have for you a Solomon Burke poster, a gift for you.
Oh, check that out. Yeah, only thing missing is my face up there now, you know?
What can you tell the people about you and Solomon Burke and the soul?
I mean, I had soul since I was a youngin'. These people right here, it's like, you know, Wilson Pickett and them, I grew up like basically not saying in that era, but you know, listening to that music like that, you know what I mean? And it just moved on up though. But it's like, as far as soul, it's like it's in me, you know what I mean? My father had it when I was young. They used to play all the soul music, you know what I mean, inside the living room. Used to kick me out the living room and tell me to get in the room because I was too young to be around the grown folks while they was, you know, getting a little drink on, listening to all the stuff like that. So as they closed the door on me, it just been in me, you know what I mean? And I grew with that, you know what I mean? So that's how come when old soul music, when we take our samples from it, I'd rather deal with samples than non-samples, because samples to me feel like that music back in the days feel like something that you could feel, you know what I mean? For some reason, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you could feel whatever they was, you know what I mean, whatever they felt or however they was doing, like you could feel it more than the music. You could feel like it came more from the heart than just from here.
And Ghostface, now you can put that on your wall. That's a gift for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Now, speaking of growing up and stuff, what can you tell the people about these Staten Island MCs, the Force MDs?
Legends. These is legends. These is legends. Before they was the Force MDs, they were the Force MCs. And they was battling like crews, like Crow Crush and all them other, you know what I mean, groups that was around back then. You know what I mean? This is when we was on, they had tapes before DVD, CDs and all that stuff like that. When they was really going to the big park, plugging in your equipment inside the park. You know what I mean? With the speakers, your DJ, with the mixer, the echo chamber, you know what I mean? The strobe lights and all that stuff like that. Really doing it in the park when they was the Force MCs. And they always knew how to sing. You know what I mean? A lot of them. So they started, you know, I guess when they became, after that era, you know what I mean, when they started singing, I think that they changed to the Force MDs, because you still couldn't be the Force MCs when you're singing, you know what I mean, because, you know, now you're a singer now, you know what I mean?
I heard it got signed after singing on the Staten Island Ferry. Did you ever sing on the Staten Island Ferry with Wu-Tang?
Never did that, you know what I mean? Never did that. I didn't have to do it, you know what I mean? But yeah, they paved the way for us on Staten Island, you know what I mean? And I had them on a few of my records, you know what I'm saying? Soul Controller and Daytona 500, to skip before Daytona 500. It's like, yo, these guys right here, you know what I mean? They got Tears, Lovers, a House, you know what I mean? They would have took New Edition spot in Crush Groove when that movie came out, you know what I mean? But you know how the politics be and stuff like that, so they didn't really get the whatchamacallit, but whoever's from back then, they know about the Force MDs.
What about the UMC'S, Ghostface Killah, another Staten Island crew?
These guys, this is my man Haas right here. I grew up with him, and we lived in the same building. You know what I mean? But yeah, when I was out of state, you know what I mean, doing my thing, they came through, and it was like, wow, you know what I mean? And my man, I was happy for him, because this is one of my guys I really played football with, you know what I mean, touch football, tackle football, whatever, stick ball and all that stuff like that. But to see him go ahead and make it, he the one that produced the Apollo Kids for me, you know what I mean? He produced the Apollo Kids for me off the Supreme Clientele. So, you know, it's all love, it's all good.
Just curious, Sir Ghostface, do you ever still eat instant ramen with Louis Rich luncheon meat?
Louis Rich, nah, see, that was in my book. You know what I mean? I just said you could probably put it in there like that, you know what I mean? But they took it too far and had this shit looking real disgusting and shit, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying though, yeah, we all eat ramen noodles, whatever the case may be. When you on a bus, you could just get ahead and crunch it up and get some hot water and, you know, do what it do. You know what I mean? Or even if you at home, you know what I mean? So it's not, you know, we still got hood characteristics in us. The hood, you know what I mean, is never going nowhere. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Food is food. You know, noodles is noodles. You know what I mean? So, We do what we do.
And I'm taking away now for some tiramisu. Thank you for doing this interview because you're missing your tiramisu right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I just wanted to taste it. That was my man's thing right there. I just wanted to taste it to see how it looked good. So I just took a little swipe of it, you know what I mean, and took it down real quick.
Ghostface Killah, I have a quote for you. Under my wing, like Sanford and...
Son.
Sanford and Son.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is legendary. You know what I mean? I like a lot of old black TV shows and stuff like that. It was kind of fun watching growing up with Soul Train and Car Wash and, you know, What's Happening and things in that nature, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So yeah, this is classic right here. You know what I mean? Master Killah did a track and from the beginning of doom 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 doom, and RZA had took the sample and it came out a nice record with Old Dirty in them. I was wondering, I asked him why you didn't put me on it, because this is me. This, you know what I mean, I belong on that. Yeah, Sanford and Son, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to Red Fox. Legendary. All legendary. You know what I mean? So, that's good.
Chubb Rock as well. Mr. Chubb Rock. He's underappreciated, isn't he? Chubb Rock.
Yeah, Chubb Rock is a lyricist. He's a lyricist. You know what I mean? He's definitely underappreciated. You know what I mean? He knew how to put his words together. He had big words, too. He was one of those, you know what I mean, that made it, and his voice was like the nowadays Biggie. Back then, his voice, he had that nice voice. But Chubb Rock, you know what I mean, definitely is, you know what I mean, underrated. And he got busy. He got busy. He just got busy, yo. He was a lyricist too. These is all my history, man. You pulling out all my history. This is all my history. You know what I mean? So, of course, I always take from them because that's all I know. Like, I take the sample. That's all I know. So I take the sample, I do what I do, and it comes out how it comes out, B. All respect. This is all respect. All respect.
Ghostface Killah, did you ever meet Sylvia Robinson, who founded Sugar Hill?
No, I never met her, but I used her song on the Pretty Tony album. I think it was the Pillow Talk song. I used that, you know what I mean? I was talking, you know, over the song and stuff like that before Take Me Back came in. That was on the Pretty Tony album. So when you hear that, you know, that's a, you know, rest in peace to Sylvia. You know what I mean? Miss Robinson, you know what I mean?
Starting Sugar Hill, that was really cool, I thought.
Very intelligent and smart.
And doing Pillow Talk, her own tunes are incredible, eh?
Exactly. You know what I mean? She was a business lady. She just owns a lot of people's material and everything. A lot of samples. They got to go through her and her family to get the samples cleared.
Ghostface, I have another gift for you. The The Hard Way soundtrack.
Yeah, man. They're incredible, man. You know what I mean? Like I told, this is my life. This is what I grew up off of. And
when did you first get into kung fu movies? Like, how did you get into kung fu movies? How?
It was like 7, 8, 9 years old. You know what I mean? Bruce Lee was the first one. You know what I mean? And going to the center when I was little, going to watch the karate movies and Enter the Dragon and this and that and the third, and it just kicked off. And Jim Kelly was in there. You know what I mean? Featured in one of them, and that was it. And that's what put me on to Jim Kelly.
Wasn't there gonna be a connection to Wu Massacre? Weren't you gonna call Wu Massacre 3 the Hard Way or something?
Yeah, but we was gonna call it 3 the Hard Way. Me, Ray, and Meth. You know what I mean? But you know, Meth didn't want the name like that, so we changed the name.
You were on the Arsenio Hall show. That was incredible. The Arsenio Hall show.
Yes. Arsenio Hall, yeah, that's when he was leaving out, you know what I mean? It was all good. It was like, we was new in the game, so it was something to be on. Something to be on, you know what I mean? And he was the shit at that time, too, and, you know what I mean? We just went up there, we smashed it, and we had to say what we had to say, man, and that was it.
What do you remember about his rapping? Chunky A, Arsenio doing the rapping as Chunky A.
Yeah, I forgot about this shit right here, man.
I thought that was pretty cool. He had great guests, and he does the rapping, too, Chunky A.
Yeah, I forgot about that, yeah. But you know, it's all TV, man. It's all entertainment, man. Everything is good, you know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. These are just parts of our life, man, that we go through.
Ghostface Killah, speaking of entertainment and stuff, you have a doll.
Yeah, I had a doll, yeah.
And your good friend MF Doom has a doll. Have you seen the MF Doom doll action figure before?
No, it's the first time I'm seeing it.
What do you think of it, MF Doom's action figure?
That's that, yo. For you to have your own doll, man, it's, you know what I mean? People love you, man. So you can't take nothing away from it, man. It's all a blessing. People love you, man, and that's just what it is right now.
What do you think about people like MF Doom and the way how they have disguises and stuff? Like, you're quite into disguises yourself, aren't you? The Ghostface.
Yeah, I've been the Ghostface. I'm still a Ghostface, you know what I mean? But it's you know it's whatever you think that you take on is you. You know what I'm saying? And Doom took on the mask, and all right, so that's Doom. You know what I mean? It fits him, and you know he's dope. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
What about your mask? Didn't you sometimes wear like a pantyhose over your face and stuff like that? Was that actually you?
I wore stocking caps. I wore masks. I wore turbans. You know what I mean? I had my fair share of covering my face.
Did you have stands at all? Like, was it always you in the photo shoots, or could it have been somebody else in the photo shoot?
No, that was me.
Like, how can we prove right now we're the real Ghostface Killah we're speaking to right now?
How could you prove? How you could prove who I am right now? I don't know, man. Watch the show tonight, B, and you know my voice. You know me, you know, I'm here, man. I'm here, but I'm not here. You know what I mean? Because y'all think on a different wavelength than me. I don't think like how you think. So I could be here, but be out there. You know what I mean? And that's the real ghost.
Ghostface, lastly here, thanks for speaking to me, Nardwuar, the Human Serviette. Doesn't Merlot sometimes need more grapes?
Merlot. I'm not really a wine drinker. You know what I mean? I'd rather take some Grey Goose and Red Bull over the Merlot. You know what I mean? Every time I drink wine, I get a headache from it. You know what I mean? And probably because it's too sweet. I'm not sure, but I'll leave that for the ladies.
Well, thanks so much, Ghostface Killah. Keep on rocking in the free world and doot-doot-a-loot-doo.
Doot. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? See that? It's classic. It's a picture.